It's beginning to look a little uncrowded everywhere you go at Walt Disney World this September. But is it historically the least crowded month we've ever seen? Well, we've got answers, folks, and we'll bring them to you. How empty is Disney? We'll tell you right now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and yes, we use that kind of gendered language here on the channel, even if Disney does not. Welcome back. It's time to dive deep into Disney and the fact that perhaps investors are going to become aware that, maybe, perhaps, they should be wary of the fact there's nobody at Disney World. Yeah, we can say that now. We're not afraid to say it's empty. Truly, utterly, totally empty. Folks, click the like button, and as we dive in, let us know in the comments down below when's the last time you visited Disney World. All right, ladies and gentlemen, they're celebrating over at Disney World because they're going to put the paint back on the castle the way it always was. Drew Smith has this one. Walt Disney Imagineers Ali Rubenstein and Colleen Myers discuss Cinderella Castle's new color palette in the latest episode of We Call It Imagineering. We're going to put together our most classic castle ever. Now, the fact that they turned an episode of We Call It Imagineering with the blue-haired lady, the fact that they used an episode to say, we're going to paint it back the way that people before us who were better than us had it painted originally. That is a heck of a thing. Why are they doing this? This is not worth an announcement, although we like it. We appreciate that they're going to get rid of the garish rose gold. But why are they doing this? Why are they making a big fuss about it? Well, folks, it's because it's so darn empty all over Disney. Drew Smith also has this one. Magic Kingdom is so empty that I just went on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train twice during Happily Ever After. Released this on September 8th. So lest you say, oh, Pro, you got to know when it's out of context. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. And you guys let me know if I need to turn the audio down even more. But you can get on the mine train ride that used to have like a 90-minute, 2-hour wait. You can get on it over and over. It's a walk-on during the fireworks. This is madness. I mean, and I don't know, maybe Snopes is going to come out like, we always face the ire of people when we say, well, it's empty. They'll say, technically, it's not empty. There's 3 workers there. Okay. But Drew is declaring it's empty and showing that you can go get on the most popular attraction at Magic Kingdom, maybe Tron, but definitely this one's up there. You can just go walk on it during the fireworks and have that magical moment. That's something to see, eh? Well, how much more empty is it? Let me show you, folks. We're staying with Drew for one more. Drew says, Magic Kingdom felt empty today. This is the quietest I've seen Main Street USA in as long as I can remember, and this was during Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair. Now, there's a trick to this. This came out September 7th, 2023. So you say, Pro, why would you do that to me? Are you trying to trick us? Are you trying to do something here, Pro? No, I got a good trick I want to show you. What if I told you that I can tell how long the wait times were for every single day in the last 10 years of Disney? And what if I told you that if we go to 2023, to the exact day that Drew put that out there, that was September 7th, 2023. Here we go. Oh, we're on the 9th. Let's see if we can hit it exactly. You ready? 5th. Oh, I had this down before where I could do it. Let's try again. 9, 7. There we go. 31-minute wait time. I cannot move the mouse a pixel or I'll lose it. 31 minutes was the average wait time on September 7th, 2023, when Drew the Disney Dude says that it was the least crowded he'd ever seen, okay? Switch it to 6 months so we can see this better now. The average wait time right now is 29 minutes. It was 28 minutes. It was 27 minutes, 29 minutes, 32 minutes, 24 minutes, 19 minutes. On the 3rd of September, it was down to 19 minutes. In other words, why am I doing this? I want you to see that this image that you're looking at had longer wait times than some of the days we've already been seeing, multiple days in September of this year. So we are in seriously uncrowded territory. And I just want to ask Marvin, Marvin, if you're there, I'm curious. Jonah's okay. Marvin's back. Marvin, I'm just curious. How much longer can the mainstream hold out without really talking about this? Because if you Google search it, like Disney crowds or Disney attendance, all you get is us. Basically us. There's a new site called Fantasyland News that's out there. Disney Tourist Blog will cover it a little bit. There's not a lot of people who are saying nobody's going to these parks. And I just don't know how much longer this can go.
Well, I mean, I don't think you're ever going to get the tried and true pixie dusters who get, basically compensation potentially for stuff like this to ever.
Can you explain that, Marvin, how that works, that system?
Basically, you're provided access and gifties and stuff like that for saying the positive things. Disney doesn't allow you to gain access and then give an honest review about something. They pretty much just want you to say only positive things.
Right, and if you don't, then you can be off the media list. Is that
you're
how it works?
You're off the list if you don't play ball.
Okay.
They only want positive things. Now, I mean, look, the spin has been incredible from Disney lately. I just wrote an editorial up on That Park Place about this castle repaint. They're trying to make it sound like the modern Imagineering department is doing something new and revolutionary. Instead of saying, hey, we understand that you want the old color scheme back and we're giving you what they want. They're like, we had this great idea to make the castle gray and blue.
Yay.
It's insane. It's just the gaslighting is unbelievable. And yeah, I don't think that a lot of places that kind of rely on Disney for the level of access that they provide are going to actually talk about the fact that the crowd levels are so low.
What's shocking to me, Nat, is that we cover this now and people are very interested in it. And they have to be, because they're seeing it with their own eyes. They have family that go down to Disney and they come back and they say, you won't believe it, it's empty down there. Yet nobody wants to cover it. And there is such a reward for covering this. In fact, I'd like to show people real quick, Nat, and then get your thoughts on this. If we go back to the September of 2023 that Drew was referring to, you can see that the average wait time for attractions was 36 minutes. In September of 2023, when he was talking about just how empty it was. Now, we've also seen from websites all over that, they're saying the summer was the off season all along afterward. And you can go back and you can see that summers have never been the off season. But if we look at this year, September for 2025 so far has a 26-minute wait time. We haven't been down in this territory since 2021, and we're probably headed for wait times around what we were during the absolute middle of the pandemic, when at least half the country was terrified to come out of the rooms, and when Disney had these incredible capacity limits on. Like, we're down there now. If you look, August of 2020 has just about the same wait times as September of this year. And in fact, if you go to September of 2020, average wait time was 37 minutes. September of this year, average wait time 26 minutes. So, Nat, when is the breaking point? What is the watershed moment where people realize that if they do the mouse's bidding, they actually lose so much credibility that it's not worth it anymore?
Well, I think most people that continue to do the mouse's bidding might not want to realize it or really fully come to terms with it. But the people in general that are not going, the public that usually they're serving as content creators or as media that speak about it, are not going already. So the public at least already knows because they're not showing up. So for now, I guess it's just a matter of Disney also finally maybe realizing, and the castle thing, it might also be an indication of it, because they're going back to what people have been speaking about, especially with the colors. And as much as I like pink and rose gold, it looks better like it used to, and then what it used to look in people's photos since they were little. And that's why they go and that's why they remember. I think they're implicitly almost saying they know, but they don't want to admit it because they see that nobody's going.
Right. And Marvin, these are videos that you've actually taken, right? Sometimes I can't remember if it's you or Ron, or, we'll have various people take the videos.
I think this one might have been me, yeah.
I mean, the shadows are directly under the people. I mean, they're off a little bit, but this is not like stupid early in the morning. It's not after some sort of hurricane to try to, trick people. And the hub is empty. I mean, you got some people leaning against the rails there, but you step out of the hub, you step out into the circle around the castle, into the gardens, and
the only reason, and I remember this day, the only reason people are up there is because Mickey's Royal Friendship Fair is happening. Right.
But you turn away from it, and it's, it looks like your local park, maybe. But it doesn't look like a Disney park.
No.
Jonas, go ahead, Marvin.
I was going to say, it's very reminiscent of like early 2000s Septembers. Remember when it was just a ghost town, and then they started trying to court people over from Europe during September to kind of even that out? Apparently, those folks just aren't coming over anymore.
Right. Well, in a way that we haven't seen, August and September have always been really the off season because kids go back to school.
This one right here is Labor Day.
Yeah, which is amazing. Folks, did you hear that? Marvin is telling you the videos, some of the videos you're seeing right now came from Labor Day.
This is 4th of July.
No, get out of here.
Yeah, that one was 4th of July.
And I see the bunting. You're right. You're right.
I mean, honestly, if people are going to Florida right now, they're not going to Disney. They're going to Epic Universe. It's the big new thing. The people who are looking for the big, shiny, new premium experience, they're testing out Epic Universe. Whether or not they're kind of trying to see if it's good or whether or not they believe it's the greatest theme park in the world, there's a lot of people that are doing Epic Universe this year, and they're probably going to check out Universal Studios Florida and Islands of Adventure this year. And I'll say, Universal Studios Florida needs some love. I don't think anyone from Universal would honestly disagree with that. But Diagon Alley is probably one of the greatest theme park lands that exists in the entire world. And it's enough to convince people to get that park hopper upgrade, or park to park, sorry, they call it at Universal, or even just do an entire day just at Universal Studios Florida, even though that park is not quite where it needs to be. It definitely outclasses Animal Kingdom right now.
And what you're also seeing right now, Jonas, is it's Halloween Horror Nights season, which is another big time for Universal. You see this, like walk-ups available for the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. We're working on a story right now about the fact that the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique is doing lower-tiered, lower-priced packages because it can't fill up the service anymore. And that used to be there were entire blog posts written about how to get Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique for your daughter because it always sold out instantly.
Right.
And they're actually guaranteeing that the fairy godmother herself will be there
in
some instances there.
Well, I'll tell you this too, the barbershop on Main Street. There was a time when you had to be there at park opening to get a chance. And now, if you show up and you say, hey, do you have any openings? They'll be like, all day. Come on back whenever you want to. Jonas, here's, I guess, where we should wrap up at. What has happened to Cracker Barrel seems to have happened to Disney World. The difference is nobody's willing to cover it except a very few. So at what point does this become inescapable?
I would say around September 9th, 2025. I don't know. Right now, there's nothing going into those parks over the next 2 or 3 years that was going to bring anybody else in. The people who are going because of the Disney difference, they understand what's happened to this company at this point. I talked to a Disney diehard. They have relatives in Club 33, so they get into the parks constantly. They have DVC. They go every year. And he just looked at me and he said, the next time you go to Orlando, where are you going? I said, Epic. And he said they're not, they can tell that something has changed at Disney. So the people who are just going because it's Disney to be in the park, not worried about a ride here, a ride there. By the way, he thought Tiana's Bayou Adventure was weird, and he knew the animatronics didn't work. Those are the people that don't care whether or not you've got an e-ticket coming this year, and they're interested in Epic Universe now. They know that all of the things that bring you into the park, more than just the rides, are lackluster at Disney right now. So they have to fix more than just whether or not they've got a big headline because of some attraction.
Well, Jonas, they're also putting more construction walls up in Hollywood Studios right now, which means we just ran an article about this the other day. Cham Lee wrote it, and we've got now multiple construction walls in 3 out of the 4 parks. And it's a wall world after all. It is just everywhere you look. It's a massive construction site.
That's right. It's wall-to-wall madness all over Disney World, but it's sadness for guests going there and losing all their money for far less than they once received. Folks, it's time to bid you adieu, but we hope that you will help us anew, and that is, we're only asking you click that like button. Share, subscribe, click it, stick it to those algorithms. It is the notification bell, and drop a comment down below. And oh, by the way, have you gone the way of thatparkplace.com? www.thatparkplace.com. It's the website that if you're not yet bookmarked to, well, you should be. A bastion of truth and knowledge when it comes to entertainment and everything that's going on. Go check it out today, folks. We would love to have you over there as well. All right, we are getting ready to head out, but do not fret, for we will put out 4 more videos tomorrow, so long as the good Lord allows. And we believe that probably, just might, happen. All right, until the next time we get to share time with you, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Jump into the water.
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun.
Want it all, so I give them cannonball. Yeah!
Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio.
Arizona.
Pineapple pizza, Hawaiian ice freeze, yeah. Can't wait to be up. 3 days of you and me.
What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.